Ah, my good and dear friends. This is Londo Molare, and I'm watching the Bad News Bards. By the way, I hear the Psi Corps is looking for you. I would hate very much if they found you.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. So,
I got beat up by a tree.
you
Wrong side.
Tree.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, Cam's power company hates him, so he's sitting in the dark.
Well, he will be missed. I will ask his standard question in his honor, and we both have 3-letter names and both have an A in the middle. So just I'm like Witch.com Cam. Yeah.
Yeah. If the Temu Cam.
Yeah, I'm Temu Cam.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep these guys waiting any longer than we have to. We've been chit-chatting with them a little bit before the show. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on board.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Look at Jeremy looking all distinguished reading a book. Meanwhile,
that was very on brand for both of us.
And Jeremy's looking all studious. And
Did you know that Gary Gygax made Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I heard about that. Some other guy named Arneson. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well,
I never heard of it.
His name's not in this book for some reason. I don't know.
It was a royalty issue.
Yeah. We don't have time to get into that, but I don't have copies of the ones that have his name in them.
I think we just solved it. So
yeah.
Well, good evening, everybody in the chat. I'll pop the chat up here in just a minute. But
Jeff, I thought we were going to make small talk before we brought the guests on. Like I had a thing I was going to show you.
What the hell?
I did.
What show you thing?
I painted my first minis in over 30 years this week.
Oh, wow.
They're Vroats from Arduin.
Yeah.
And I think I did not too terrible.
Where does a man even get Arduin miniatures?
Empcho.com.
From empcho.com.
Wow.
And I spent an inordinate amount of time Googling different types of crocodilians and seeing what their color patterns were.
That's
so
awesome.
This isn't, oh wait, no, hang on. This is an American alligator because he's all black. This is, I don't know, some dude from Malaysia that'll just, eat you because he's got stripes.
Hell yeah.
This is an African crocodile. He's got the black stripes.
Nice.
You can't see it that well. I realize that these are crappy compared to people that actually know how to paint miniatures, but I'm proud, so I'm going to show them off. And I wanted to try green, so this one's green.
What if he was green?
Green is good. So, green is good. I guess I should create a little. Oh, hey, look at that! I already did. I created one for Troll Lord Games. I already had that. It's only a set to. I guess I should change it to do it more frequently than every 15 minutes. Considering we've got 2 guys that are hard at work on everything. Good job, by the way, Dan, on your.
Thank you.
On your.
I know they're not that special.
No, I like those a lot. They're very charming.
They were. It was so relaxing, like legitimately.
It's told you it's totally zen, isn't it?
Very meditative.
So I spend a lot of time in my day job on conference calls with people that for some reason want my opinion on stuff and things. But yeah, you can just sit there Like while people are asking you the dumbest questions on planet Earth, and like, yep, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can totally implement that. Nope, we can't do that because that would be dumb. Yeah, but and then sooner or later, like after an hour, you got a painted mini. So
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you.
Love to
Nature is
see it.
incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Look who we've got in the chat.
Hey, what's up, brother Chuck?
How you doing, buddy?
The
Grace
hell,
is in
Chuck,
there too.
you couldn't make it here, but you're in the goddamn chat. I see how it is.
Yeah. Hey.
You
Rip.
bum.
And we've also got Grace hanging out there, so that's kind
Grace.
of cool.
Hello,
How you doing,
Grace.
Grace?
Thank you, Edgelord. I am proud of those.
By the way, this is what Kyle said about you.
I thought those were really old chicken nuggets. Well, they are made of pewter, which, side note, fun to
Yes,
paint.
they're metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emperor's Choice is one of the few people that still makes metal minis, and they're doing great. They're doing great jobs.
Nice.
Yeah, might have bought some more.
Sparky, we got all kinds of people in there.
Look at all these people. Hey, Sparky, what are you doing?
Yeah. And wait. What did Grace say? Oh, it is. So if you've never painted minis, even if you think you suck,
Oh, I do.
just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
You know-
And then you let it dry, and then you do a little bit more, and then you try certain techniques like dry brushing and stuff like that for effects and washes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there was a point where this one in particular was orange. He's got about 5 layers of paint on him, but you can still see all the details as long as you thin it out enough. So
Yeah. He said he's just kidding. Okay. Well, you weren't wrong though, Kyle.
I was like, Stan, what kind of primer should I use? Stan, there's like 9 primers here at the store. What should I buy? And he was like, just buy Armor.
Gray.
Fine.
Just by gray. Just by gray.
No, I went with black, and then after the black primer set, I did a white blast from like the sun angle. Right, so you got like some white at some of them, and like it was like some fancy like special technique, like ancient secret knowledge. And
Yes.
I was my wife is laughing at me, I'm sure, upstairs right now, because she's probably watching this, because she knows I tend to get kind of obsessive about new hobbies.
So, Jeremy Gygax. You're being
Oh,
called.
don't
Jeremy
say that. Oh God,
Ooh.
that could get me in a lot of trouble.
I was gonna say Luke and Heidi might have
Yeah,
something to say
do not
about
say
it.
that. Do not say that.
I do not want to get on their bad side.
Yeah, no.
Heidi made me give her a hug. She was like, "Oh, come on, what am I, chopped liver?" And I'm like, "Fine, I just didn't want to, impose,
Yeah, No, they're great people.
Yeah, they are.
It's really great to be working on all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just very surreal still.
Well, and you guys have been working with Luke on this project, right? To some extent, a little bit.
So he was very instrumental in kind of getting the ball rolling. Like none of this would be possible without kind of the frankly Herculean effort that he kind of undertook. And once he got it moving, he was like, okay, I'm kind of passing the ball to you. Now you got to get it to the finish line. He, at several instances, kind of gave us some really great feedback on stuff. He played it, the times that he's played it, has given some really invaluable information. One of the big ones was more traps, which I was like, got it. So that's something I got to do, especially for level 2. The manuscripts, I spent all of, because I got the final edit back for level 2 on Friday, and I was just like, I got to work all weekend to get this done so I can go to layout. So the level 2 manuscript is completely done. There's nothing more I want to do to it. It's exactly the way I want it. So I just got to go to the map and just put a ton more traps on the map, because I've explained all the mechanisms for all the traps.
Right.
So I just got to put more on the map. Because what I think was happening was that he wasn't marking them all down, because all the ones he marked, I put, and we missed them all, or he was just, whenever he felt like being like, oh, he came across one. I don't know. My personal call is he probably wasn't doing that because he was very meticulous about that sort of thing. But of the people that I can talk to who recall it, maybe their recollection is very heightened of bad things happening, which is a fairly common phenomenon, as you remember extreme things, both good and bad, and you don't remember the vast spans of nothing happening.
Right.
But that's the feedback I'm getting, is this is not as I remember it. So I'm going to have a meeting on it again on Monday just to be sure before I do it. But that's, kind of where I'm at right now.
How about so more traps? How about puzzles?
So the puzzles, what do you mean by puzzles? Because that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people.
Oh well, that's asking more than I've always.
You done gone confounded him, Jeremy. Good job.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Because a lot of people, when they say a puzzle, it's like a puzzle room is like you go into a room and the doors all lock, and then like a literal thing, like you have to like move things in a specific way, and then the room unlocks and you can leave. Is that kind of what you mean, or?
Yeah, well, that's one thing. Certain words or phrases, or just where you might get clues elsewhere in the dungeon and stuff like that, and they relate to something else. And I'm just curious. Tell us all about it.
So there's some of that.
Okay.
It's not as frequent as the traps.
Right. Obviously.
The one that springs to my head immediately, and I'm sure Nick, you remember this, is on level 3 with the water gargoyles. If you recall that.
Yes.
That's the only one I can think of. That's the one that I immediately think of, and I'm trying to remember other ones. I'm sure there are. Tweaking the nose on the thing in the arena. I don't want to say too much. That's
right. You don't give it away. Okay.
It really is. It doesn't seem to be as many like puzzles. A lot of things that you encounter are.
There's a lot of mind games more than anything.
Yeah, I feel like most often, like you come into a room and essentially like the front part of the room is like a jack-in-the-box, and then the second half of the room is the other shoe dropping on you when you didn't expect it. Very like fun house atmosphere in my opinion.
Well, it is
like
a
haunted
mage,
house,
right?
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, it kind of fits. So, Dan normally can't.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we're forgetting the pool gallery.
Oh,
that's a pretty big one.
That is less of a puzzle and more like actual hell on earth for anybody.
But it is a puzzle. Okay, but
it is a puzzle. Yeah, it is a puzzle.
To Gary's credit, he probably recognized fairly quickly that most people who dislike puzzles and riddles and that sort of thing suffer with them horribly. So he probably didn't do a lot of it, but the ones he did to the goddamn nines. But
yeah, and that one sure is.
Yeah, but proceed to with your.
For the record, on the topic of puzzles and riddles, I have confounded grown-ass men by Googling riddles for toddlers.
Oh yeah,
putting them into my games.
They overthink them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best approach is like multiple choice. No,
I like to watch them suffer.
Well, sure. I mean, ultimately, the best design is to not like. You cannot proceed until you solve this. It's far better with
give them a way around. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a portal to there's a room with a portal in it to a whole optional realm. Mm-hmm. You do not need to get in there to proceed, but it is a puzzle to get into it.
Okay.
But you can do the whole dungeon without ever getting in it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
Yeah. So I guess we should start off with our base question that Cam likes to ask. And Dan is going to go ahead and pose that to both Nick and Jeremy. Which one should go first?
I'm going to go with Nick because I read left to right, top to bottom.
There we go.
Nick's up there. Cool. So as the Temu.com version of Cam this evening, Cam's standard question on the Bad News Bards is, what got you into role-playing? What got you into the hobby? How did you first get into this whole... fantastic little shindig. Side note, it was great when he asked Luke Gygax this question. Just chef's kiss.
Well, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But Nick, go ahead.
Yeah. For me, it all started. I mean, I read fantasy. I was reading like Chronicles of Narnia and that kind of stuff as a kid. And then when I got a little bit older, like preteens, like my parents would drop me off at the movies or something like that, and just down the hill from the theater was a store called Hastings, which is just kind of like it's not like a small like local hobby shop.
He froze.
Ooh.
I thought he was just deep in thought.
I thought he
I'm
was
not
just
gonna
in
lie.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh noes.
We'll never know the Nick's origin story.
Oh no.
Let me message him, see if he's.
I had follow-up questions.
So Sparky.
Oh, wait.
According to the official answer is that's not a black shirt.
Am I back?
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Okay, sweet. Condensing whatever I was saying. My parents would drop me off at the theater, and after I got done at the movie and I was waiting for them to come pick me up, I would go down the hill to this shop, and they had it was 3rd edition at that time, D&D. I was looking through all those books, and I wasn't playing, but I was imagining what it could be. And then a couple of years later, I started reading Dragonlance, and my friends got into it, and the rest is history, as they say.
Okay, sounds good. Now that
Cool.
Jeremy's had extra time to think about it.
I mean, my origin is very schizophrenic and scattershot.
You fit it right in.
Yeah. So in junior high, I had a friend whose dad he had been gaming since the 70s very sporadically, and he had run his kids through some Dungeons and Dragons very off and on.
Right.
And so this friend of mine was like, I played this really cool game. Do you want to play it? And I was like, sure, I guess. He had no access to any books. He did not he had like the vaguest of grasp of the rules. We had no dice. We had no paper. We had no pencils. He would say, you're in a cave and there's an orc. And I'd say, what's an orc? He'd be like, it's like a monster. And I would say, he no primer. And I'd be like, well, what am I supposed to do? He's like, well, you can attack it, or you can talk to it, or you can run away from it. And I'm like, I had played like some computer games where like you could be like a wizard or whatever. He's like, do I have magic spells? He's like, do you want to? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, sure, you have magic powers. And I was like, okay. I incinerate the orc with my fire. And he's like, okay, you burn him to death. I was like, awesome. And then I wander through the cave, and then I make my way out of the cave, and gradually other friends at the lunch table start joining in, and he's like, he'd go home and like read more of the book. He's like, I think we're doing this wrong. I think you got to like do this and this and this. He's like, you got to pick a race. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I'm just me. And then over months, we would drip feed rules into this thing incorrectly. Never got character sheets though. Never rolled attributes. And we did this for 2 years. 2 years.
Whoa.
We did this. And we never learned any rules. And then it fell apart, whatever. We did all kinds of crazy shit though.
Yeah.
And then in high school, in senior year of high school, like right before I graduated, I got invited to play Dungeons and Dragons. It was like, oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was awesome. And this was around the time of 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and I got invited into this massive group of players who had no experience with it at all. And I sat down at this table of 14 people who knew nothing about the game. And we got into an encounter with 6 kobolds, and it took us 3 4-hour sessions to resolve the encounter. And I was like, something is horribly, horribly, horribly wrong with this. So
how many sessions to resolve
3.
the encounter?
3. It took 12 hours to resolve the encounter.
So you were playing 5e 20 years ahead of time.
It's so much worse than 5th edition.
Sounds like it.
It's so much worse than 5th edition. So I went home and I did some research. I was like, okay, what's the best? I was like, I want to experience what I experienced when I was in middle school. So I did some research. I was like, what's the best edition? Which unloaded this massive can of worms and hyper arguments.
First.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to indulge in any. I'm not going to indulge in any degree of argumentation on that. But what I wound up founding is the cheapest edition to buy was second edition. So I bought a bunch of second edition stuff, and I taught myself. I taught myself how to run it, and I was like, okay, this is probably very mean of me to do, but I was like, which of these players at this massive group seems like they have the most of what I would want from a group? And I picked out 4 of those players, and after we'd slugged through the giant 4th edition game, we would all sneak over to my house.
Oh.
So we'd play through 4 hours of 4th edition, then we'd go to my house in the same night, and I would run them through 2nd edition. So we do 8 hours of gaming in one night.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And I
is that a long
gaming?
Is that a long time? I'm sorry. We usually start gaming about would run until about 2 a.m. So
don't take any crap from Jeff, Jeremy.
Well, but that was and from there I kind of wormed my way backwards. Like I very much fell in love with 1st edition because of the art. Yeah. And then at some point somebody gifted me a copy of Legendary Adventures because it was autographed by Gary Gygax. Mm-hmm. And then I got interested into in Appendix N because of the literary origins of the game, and I just became like really obsessive of like the roots and like trying to be as authentic to like because I was obsessed with the version of the game that was in my head that I had experienced as a child. I was obsessed with replicating that, and in a way I'm still trying to recapture. Like you can never recapture as a dumb idiot child. Because objectively it was probably not very good, but you remember it as so heightened.
Sure. Yeah.
But you're always trying to like, because it was so light and it was so meaningless, but it felt so impactful. And that.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
You build up this ivory tower in your mind of how amazing it was, because it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to make a long rambling story short, that was basically it.
That's okay. That's what we do here.
It is.
Have you met Jeff?
Yeah. Thanks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead because you messaged me about it.
Who, me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Chat. The people want to see.
People want. Yeah. The chat of mutiny. I mean, the wheel of mutiny. I mean, yeah.
It was not a wheel of mutiny.
That's what I call it now.
It was a wheel of transparency. Anyway.
Yeah. Can never go back to the caves of chaos. Thomas Wolfe, if he ever played BX.
Thank you, Erudite. I was a passively educated child.
So tell us some more about Nick. Did you design the that patch that I keep on trying to get?
Oh yeah, I
3
designed. Both the anniversary patch for Trollord Games and Castles Crusades, and the new 11th printing patch.
Oh, I got that.
I hate to say it, I think they're out of the anniversary patch.
I never even got one.
No.
Rip, Jeremy. Looks like you're a fake fan.
It's true.
The 25-year anniversary one from 1999 to 2024.
2024, yeah.
There's 172 left in stock.
So I need to get one again because I ordered one with something, and some unnamed person, Dakota, forgot to include it in my package. So I messaged about it, emailed about it, didn't hear anything back. And I'm like, okay, send it to me. And then apparently, theoretically, it was delivered while I was at North Texas, but I've never seen it.
Did your wife steal it?
Yeah, right, Chuck. How many times have I heard that?
I know. I've been trying to get the damn thing forever.
Chuck, can I have an anniversary patch?
Look, you've got it in writing from Chuck. It's got to happen now.
Okay.
How many times have you gotten it in writing, though? He's going to forget. His mind is a steel sieve.
He's a busy man. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
That's right.
He's got a lot of.
So I remember stuff.
Okay, well, you're also like 30 years younger.
Well, I
really did buy one.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I'm just giving him a hard time.
And thanks, Erudite. By the way, Dan is going to try and kill me again tomorrow.
Why?
Well, I mean,
I don't try to kill you. Your decision is kill you, Hyperborea. That's not my fault.
Stop dragging from my
Jeff has died like 4 times in
I
this
have.
Victoria game.
I have.
It's fantastic. It's delightful for me. You should make better decisions.
He's got a list that he keeps on updating.
I keep it in OBS.
It's taking up more and more of the screen.
Yeah, it's great. It's
but
fantastic. By the way, did you roll a new character for tomorrow?
No. You gave me one. Why do I need a second one? I'm probably going to need a second one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got a Runegraver now. Well, I'll kill him tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What a burden I have.
I made a cool dungeon for you guys tomorrow. If you go check it out, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I spent a whole bunch of time researching medieval architecture, like to a level I didn't think I knew you could research.
Man, it's a bottomless well.
Dude,
yeah, truly.
It like my wife came down here 2 nights ago at like midnight. She's like, "Hey, you coming to bed?" I'm like, "No, I'm reading about undercrofts."
Oh God.
And she was just like, "Bye." Delightful. It was one of the best Fridays ever.
You're triggering Jeremy's PTSD.
Yeah.
Why?
It's endless.
Couldn't imagine.
I can't imagine why it would be endless for him.
I don't know. You know.
Oh, does Erudite have -3 hit points?
He does. He got a little jacked up this week.
He did.
And there's a horde of cannibals coming for you guys. So
Such a unique.
Yeah, I better roll up another one tonight, huh?
You should probably make a backup character.
Yeah. So Castles and Crusades. What I know I've seen Jeremy play. Nick, what do you like to do? What do you like to do in Castles and Crusades?
In terms of
As a player,
character class, as a player, I've really been enjoying. It's still Siege, maybe not Castles and Crusades. I've really been enjoying the Mentalist, which is an Amazing Adventures class.
Okay.
It's, I mean,
That counts.
yeah, like it's like psionic, like mental powers. So I can talk to ghosts and punch people with my brain, which is great fun. And Grace has been running me through sort of we've kind of made it into like a noir detective story where I play this like lone mentalist and I'm like going into a city to investigate something.
I think the Mad Archmage is the 13th level mentalist. I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Well, he's on top of being a bunch of other shit, but
sure.
Interesting.
Well, because we don't have like psionics as a thing, so
our mentalist is the closest approximation.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you guys have, of course, the
unless I build
backpack added a whole bunch of stuff. So that was kind of cool.
Yes. Yes, it did. There's a lot to add to the Foundry system there.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Dan. Yeah.
That's a great book. The
It
Adventures
is a great book.
Backpack.
It has Arcane Thieves and Oathsworn in it, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, very cool.
Love this thing.
Beautiful. The Adventurer's Backpack.
You've got the leather fancy. That's the one
I
leather
did.
fancy
I
don't
did.
have.
And I actually got both with it.
Yeah.
So, but
You have the actual backpack too, right?
I do. It's sitting right over there with my
That's a hot
laptop.
commodity.
Mine's in a cabinet over there.
Oh,
that's right. You did that unboxing video where you were like,
I did, and I walked
like
in
strutting around, looking all funny.
I was striking a pose.
Yeah, it
Got
was,
my
it was
Adventures
pretty. It's a great backpack.
It is.
Also, side note, I appreciate the whole Made in America thing. So
Yeah, that was totally cool.
Yeah,
that was totally cool. Sparky says Psionics is great in CNC. Amazing Adventures Psionics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So if somebody wanted to add Psionics to it, then that would be a way to do it. Huh?
Yeah, you just give something mentalist levels.
it's still Siege Engine.
Yeah, I believe there's also a way to do wild talents in there. You just take abilities and dump them on something. There's like a cancerous there's like a tumorous lump in my brain that desperately wants to do like that rock paper scissors, 5-way rock paper scissors psionic combat.
No.
Right.
I said it was a tumorous lump. It's not healthy, but it still wants to try and like force it in.
Tell me more about that. What's the 5-way rock paper scissors?
That's AD&D psionic combat.
Yeah,
Like psionic versus psionic
attack modes and defense modes,
defense
and
modes.
this beats that, but that beats this. Yeah,
Iron Tower of Will.
Don't
ego whip it, insinuation.
No, no. I'm in an AD&D 1E game that we play once a month, and one of the guys to test for psionics legitimately rolled. We all watched it 100, so he's psionic now. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Gith Yankee just appearing and eating him. It's gonna be great.
Well, I mean that's why. But there's so many cool monsters, right? That like
there are
like brain moles and cerebral parasites and like you know, what's the platypus thing? I can't remember its name. Thought eaters. And,
thought eaters. Yeah.
That like are cool, and you know I'd love to like. They're weird.
And they're all going to eat him because he's the one psionic in a group of 6 guys.
Yeah, and just like,
sorry, Scott, bye.
Bringing in weird, and they make because like you look at like a demon, right? Like an AD&D demon, and like if you rip out the psionics and you just look at it, you're like, well, like a type 1 demon is not that impressive, but if you can like phase through walls and like scramble your brain, you can like explode your head scanner style. Suddenly, he's much more scary.
Right.
And you're like you're seriously blunting his ability to do so if you ignore those systems. But I totally get why people do, because it's like, what the fuck is all what is all this? So yeah, you know.
He's a psionic broadcast station, Radio Free Psionic.
Are there going to be any cool new psionic monsters in Castles Zagyg?
I've statted them up. I don't know that any are in there yet. I did a version of the cerebral parasite that's non-psionic specific. Nice. I don't think it's anywhere yet. I did a version of the Drelm.
Yes. I encountered the Drelm. There is one psionic entity so far.
Oh yeah, sure. There is, but that doesn't count.
It kind of counts. It'll fuck you right up. Oh.
No, we can swear. It's okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
No, you're good.
I don't. You're good. You're good.
Put your kids to bed if they don't like naughty words, because
it's after 9 o'clock.
You will get fucked right up.
Are you talking about the gem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's wrong?
What is the Drelm?
It's a Drelb, but I had to change the name.
Oh. I feel like we should just send the link to Grace so she could join us.
I mean, Grace, if you want to jump on, you don't have to use your camera. You know, you're more than welcome to. We'll bring you on.
You don't have to yell in the chat.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. You can jump on just audio.
Maybe just get her to come up here.
Is she gonna come up there?
Hey, that would work too.
Come on up. Yeah. You want to hop on?
Sparky, I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay.
Ooh,
that's a good.
So
question.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
It's being discussed.
She's gonna come say hi.
Okay.
Do you have a rough estimate to the number of floors total that Castle Zagyg?
Oh, I know how many floors.
Okay.
I know exactly how many floors.
And he's not telling you.
No, I know. I
have questions.
Yeah.
I have very important questions. I can't hear you, but I have questions.
Okay.
What is the Drelm and what are brain moles?
Well, I'll answer the easier to answer question first.
This is the cutest stream ever.
A brain mole is indistinguishable from a normal mole.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Except
a brain mole is indistinguishable from a normal mole, except it's psionically empowered. It detects the usage of psionics within a certain range.
Perfect.
It seeks them out, burrowing through the earth, and drains them of their psychic abilities. A Drelm, which is my rename of a creature called a Drelb, is indistinguishable from a wraith, but projects illusions. and it makes it look as though it's running away from you when in fact it's racing towards you.
Oh shit, that's scary.
And it touches you, and when it touches you, you seize up and collapse to the ground.
Oh shit.
And its touch is freezing cold and horrifically painful.
And it's worth 300 plus 5 experience.
That's so scary. I want to like yoink that.
I'm going to go ahead and ask this on for my 1 EDM. Can you send me the stat block for the brain mole so he can deploy it against Scott, who rolled a nat 100 on his psionics?
They're in the first edition monster manual.
Oh, it's the same one? Okay, I didn't know if you had a fancy version.
No.
Oh, I want a meaner version. Can you make me a meaner version?
You could do it just as well as I can.
No, I'm not the DM.
Just step it up.
Layer levels. Let's see here. So there's.
I'll just be mean and make it like a 20 hit dice monster. So
there's 17 primary levels,
mm-hmm.
and then counting sub levels, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 27 levels.
Nice. How many rooms?
I did the math earlier. I think we're at around 700 so far, maybe more, maybe 800 so far.
Wow.
I'd have no idea as far as the castle goes. So the numbering starts, like the numbering starts on level 1, which is the storerooms. And those go to about 100. But if we break 100 on a floor, we go past it, so the numbering gets kind of fucked very quickly.
Okay.
But we always start at like 200 on level 2, and then we go to like, if it goes to like over 100, it would be like 2-100.
Yeah.
And then 2-101. So like the castle has a bunch, and the Mouths of Madness have a ton. I think there's like 136 in the mouths, and then so we're probably in the neighborhood of like 1,000 so far, and we're on level 5A.
Yeah.
So
Sparky says, how many rooms? All of them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rooms.
So
that's impressive.
Jeremy, does that 27 number factor in like the castle and the Mouths of Madness?
No, it doesn't. So if I counted all of that, I mean, are you going to count like the ruins of the castle precinct and stuff like that, like the east wall? Like that's like.
Yeah, why not?
What is it? What is a level, right? Like
a separate map on a VTT.
But like the tower has like levels of its own.
Yeah,
that's where it gets muddy.
So those are positive levels, and you've got.
But I don't know how many there are of that. I'd have to go look. Oh. So, but if I count chapters, like I'll count them as chapters. How about that? So then we've got 28, 29, 30, 31.
Okay.
It's a lot of levels.
Plus the East Mark, which is like a gazetteer, and then we've got Yigsburg, which is the city, and then we've got a very lavishly detailed outs and countryside in the Yigsburg book as well, which is filled with like over 100 locales and adventure hooks and like seeded quests in there as well.
Speaking of other areas, we've got the Dungeon Delver himself, Bill Sylvie, hanging out in the chat.
Oh, hang on. I have shit. Where are my dice? Oh, here they are.
What?
Saving throw. No, I missed the game on Friday for S3. So.
So he's.
All right, hang on. Bill, I failed. I rolled a 7.
Will the whole thing be ready? No. Will levels 1 through 5A be ready? Yeah.
So this is coming out in 2 sections. So what all did you have to do with the first part, right? With the one that should be coming soon at some point, right? The
Act 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to do an update on the Yigsburg material. We didn't change any of the material for Yigsburg. We had to update some of the trade dress, obviously, and then Yigsburg was written before there was a Monsters and Treasure, so some stuff was just out of date mechanically. So there's a lot of that, and then removing open game content, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same with the Upper Works was written post Monsters and Treasure, but So there was less work to do there, but still removing open game content. And then removing, Jeff did a lot of like, Jeff would do a lot of like, in future volumes, and removing that kind of stuff, because it's like, well, no, here's the next volume right here. So instead we'll be like, get rid of that. Here's the room number. So the very next thing I got to do, because now I've got all the room numbers done for this volume, and I completely forgot until I opened the text to look something up. Monday, I have to go in and type in those room numbers because I've just got X's everywhere. So, you know, that sort of thing. For those 2 books, it's fairly little, other than we didn't have a lot of this stuff was written in like WordPerfect and earlier software. So,
wow, I remember WordPerfect.
Yeah, so it was a kind of a nightmare to get it to work. So a lot of it was like extracting text from PDFs, which is very messy, and it injects a lot of noise.
Yes, it does.
It injects footers and headers into the text, which added a lot of labor.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating. It was very, very, very frustrating.
I recommend Pi to PDF in Python.
But we're past all that now. Thank God. And so volume 3 was where all the work was, because that was where I was given a stack of notes, damn near 200 pages of material, maps and chicken scratch, and, you know, pages out of order. It was like, here you go.
Sure.
Make sense of this. I actually came in a little late on it, actually, because it was Mike and
Chase.
Thank you. I completely blanked on his name. Who had been kind of tinkering away at it, and Steve brought me in. He's like, "Hey, Mike turned in a rough on level 2. Why don't you give it a look?" And I gave it to him, and I gave him some feedback, and we talked it over. And then they opted to bring me in on it, originally as an editor, and then they realized we were originally just going to use. Well, Jeff did a map that Gary approved for level 2, and it's this little thing. And then Chase, he's got a great sense for like spatial orientation. He's really, really excellent at it. And he was able to figure out, oh my God, this is just a quarter of level 2. I found the rest of it. So what Gary originally approved for level 2 was 25% of the original level 2. And so we had this long meeting about it. What are we going to do? You know, do we go with what he wanted in 2007, 2006, or do we go with what he did in 1973, 72, 73?
You have to make a lot of those judgment calls about which would be better.
And so we were like, there's a non-zero chance that this gets out at some point. You know, it won't be us, but, you know, who knows what'll happen once we're no longer the stewards for this thing.
Yeah.
And we want to give people as much of this stuff, because there's just this dearth of wonderful material in here.
Right.
And so we decided we want to give as much of this and do right by as much of this as we possibly can.
Well, you had a lot of Jim. So you've seen Jim Ward's notes then?
So I was not made aware of that until much later.
Okay.
Jim is very Spartan in his word choice and in his design, which is really, really excellent when I've got a deadline and I've got to get something at the door. It's principally why he was able to turn his version in so quickly. But when I'm trying to like hit that, like Jeff and Gary were so florid with their descriptions, that something like this is really good for Jim's is really great for like comparing and being like, okay, is this where I think it is? It's not really great for like generating ideas or, you know, that sort of thing, because it's just sort of a retyped version of the kind of the bare bones notes.
So let me stop you. So people in the that are watching this know, what Jeff are you talking about?
Jeff Delanian.
Okay, I just wanted to. I knew, but I wanted to make sure. So you know that we did mention that.
Sure.
Jeff, should I get the sign?
Well, no, because we want them to play Castles and Crusades too.
Right, that's true.
So you know, you save it for tomorrow night. We'll
Okay,
use
that's
it a
fair.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean tomorrow's my birthday, so yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
I'm
That's
just
right.
gonna make
birthday.
it like my screen, and then
Yeah.
murder you all. It's gonna be great.
There is a question, a couple of questions in here that I've been thing, and then a comment.
Sure.
What is the lead time on PDF and physical release of any books? So I don't know if he's talking about the difference, or they're talking about the difference. Usually, because I know in the past we've gotten like some pre-release stuff from the as the backer kits, kind of like here's find the bugs.
Yeah. So what I've talked to Stephen a little bit. So some of this stuff is going to be going into layout like tomorrow.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit messy because I work 2 jobs. I work almost 14 hours a day.
Way to be young.
Yeah.
I'm the old man in this group.
It's enormously draining, but so tomorrow I'm going to be out on a job site doing stuff like from first thing in the morning. But when I get back, I'm going to be passing off a bunch of manuscripts to Peter for layout. That's like final approval. And he's just going to start laying stuff out.
Yeah.
From there, we should not be long from first like alpha PDFs, I guess they call them.
Right.
For like, because here's the reality of this stuff, right? We've had 3 different sets of eyeballs on it, meticulously, mine included. It's so much stuff. And
Right.
I've been so obsessive, more so about the interconnectedness of it, that, there may be, I mean, Nick, you may be able to speak to it. We may think it's pretty clean.
Sure.
But even today, when I was cleaning, I found like an extra A in a sentence, and I was like, "Oh my God, how long have we been working on this?" And there's still stuff in there. It's going to happen.
Right.
But it's like the breadth and complexity of the material is such that we're gonna send out an alpha and be like, give it a look, let us know what you find, because we're gonna want to know.
Right.
Because odds are there's going to be some, because the thing that I lie awake at night worrying about, and I've got, in addition to Gary's notes, I've got like 8 pages of notes about that complex, just of like, here's things I need to check, here's things I need to fix, here's things I need to make sure I didn't forget to connect between like 9 different floors.
Sure.
My fear is there may be and to my knowledge there aren't any, but something may not touch.
Right.
So checking for stuff like that, checking that I didn't forget to provide statistics for something, checking that I didn't forget to explain a spell, because there's a ton of new spells, there's a ton of new monsters, there's a ton of new magic items. There's just like there's a mountain of new material.
I can't wait to take up all the rest of the space on my TLG shelf, and then have to expand it to another shelf and maybe get another bookcase. The other question here from Sparky is the concealing fog from Yigsburg being removed.
No,
That's
that's
a device that's still like available to you, the game master, in order to like gate off things that you're not yet like prepared for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when playtesting it, I realized very quickly that thing is valuable. Because otherwise, like, the challenges of just running the thing are kind of staggering. Because you might find a shaft that runs down 10 levels. And, my advice to people preparing it are print out a copy of the map for this level and the level below it, read the level, take notes, key, like right on the map. Here's the monsters in this room. Here's the treasure in this room. And then just do that for every room, and then do that for the floor below it. That is my advice to you. It sounds like a lot. It's going to take you maybe 2 hours, maybe 3, but that will make running the thing so much more goddamn easy. But if you find a shaft that goes down 10 floors, avaricious players are going to be like, well, we go to the bottom. So that fog can block them from going to the bottom, unless you're like, let's find out what happens, and then they go to the bottom, and then you got to be like, okay, we're going to pause,
and they go,
Well, no, you can let them go to the bottom. You just say, well, this just means this will be the end of our session. I need to go do some research. We're going to find out what's down there.
Okay.
You just got to be upfront with them about it. Like, hey, man, this thing is this thick. I got to figure out what's down there.
So, let's see. Now, comment. So, apparently, the Dungeon Delver says he should mention there's some killer module coming out written by Gary Gygax and some guy named Bill Sylvie for CNC, and it includes art from Tracy Lesh. What do you know about that?
What?
Did I just throw you off?
What? Is that the...
He's talking about Teeth of Barkash Noor.
Oh! I'm so stupid.
He's being cryptic, and Jeff's delivery was subpar at best. I am here to translate and monitor chat. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. So that was written during the initial push back in like 2007.
Yes. Yeah.
06 through 08.
Yeah,
Gary,
we had him on talking about it too.
Yeah. So he had turned that in to Jeff. Jeff had kind of set it aside. He's like, we'll figure out what to do with this. When we come to it, it was on Gary's manifest that had been sitting there forever. It had never gotten an opportunity to see the light of day. It was meant, I was trying to figure out where it was supposed to go, because Gary's manifest is very vague on certain things.
Right.
I figured it was I've been calling them the realms of Zagyg. There's no official name for them. He calls them portal adventures. And kind of, I read through the thing. It's kind of like it's kind of got a vibe of like an African safari, a lot of it. And there's like swamp and jungle and savannah adventure, like overland adventure. And there's like caves and ghouls, and you're fighting hippopotamuses and things like that.
It's cool.
It's stuff very non-medieval. And I looked at the level and I was like trying to identify where it would go, and something that really jumped out at me was on level 3. There is a portal to what Gary describes as a jungle adventure locale, and that's all he says about it.
Right.
And I was like, well, and he gives a level range, and I was like, well, this is probably that. So I was like, well, this is kind of perfect. It's like right in the it would be for this volume. We could dovetail it nicely with this program. And Stephen brought it to me. He's like, hey, what do you think of this? I was like, this is great. Let's do it. So we were able to bring that back, and I was really, really glad that we were able to. So that'll be exciting. Of course, it needs to be, I think he wrote it using AD&D, so it'll have to be converted. But, old habits die hard, I think.
Yeah. Well, Bill came on a couple of Saturdays ago. I was just doing a chill random stream, and he popped on with us, and it was kind of fun, man.
Bill's a good dude, even though he keeps murdering us in S3. I'm watching.
Well, I'm glad you know how it feels. So, any rate.
The difference is I'm not dying in S3 because of my poor decisions like you are in my Hyperborea game. I'm dying because of Canic's poor decisions.
So Davina wants to know if my TLG shelf has... No. We don't believe in those here. And even those who do, no, we don't like them. No, absolutely not.
Tell us how you really feel. So you did highlight Ken Langley's comment about doing the Lord's work, Jeremy. We appreciate it. I do think it's very admirable and awesome that Troll Lord is working to preserve all these random notes and scribblings and these things from the past and bring them to people now. Like, that is just chef's kiss. It's awesome. It's good that it's not being lost to history.
Thank you.
Oh, and look, we got the Emperor's Choice guys.
Hi, George.
How you doing?
Well, and it's not just me. It's Nick and
Mike
you
and Nick
Chase
and the trolls. Yeah, everybody's working out. That's very, very awesome.
Did you show off your minis again? I don't know if they saw them.
No, I sent George pictures, but
did you? Okay,
I did. Yeah, like I was blowing up George on Discord.
They look like green cookies.
So, hey,
you're I'm sorry.
am proud of my vrotes. Okay. And you know what? You keep talking trash, there's gonna be a vote that eats you tomorrow night, buddy.
Full circle.
Can't wait.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
That would be
Yes.
awesome. Love it. Has this project made you rethink how you handle keeping and documentation? Explicit notes, not shorthand. You assume you'll understand someday.
How
This
meta.
is an awesome question.
That's fucked up.
Well, I mean, seriously though, you know, when you're trying to deal with somebody else's notes, you're like,
You just sent him to the existential shadow realm with that question. Good job, Sparky.
Whoa,
He had
whoa,
to
thanks,
turn
man.
back to his book.
Yeah, no,
So
it's funny
if
'cause he
these
just showed us that
notes,
book.
if these notes are any indication, the answer is no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some serious self-reflection going on right now.
It's the difference between like doing anything like for your own personal use and doing it for publication. Like, hell no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Here it says, I probably shouldn't read this, but I'm going to anyway. L4 add portal to NYC subway.
Okay.
Now, as a follow-up, Sparky does say, I asked this as someone who's been thumbing through his own notes. He goes, oh, what the fuck is this crap?
Reduce.
I do that all the time with old code.
Reduce Megatherium burrow from 5 feet to 1 foot.
Of course.
Sure, yeah, obviously. It's something you do with the Megatherium burrow.
Yeah.
Reduce
Standard.
Scorpion Fish XP to 50 plus 2. XP too high.
Well,
HP too high.
Now you're just being mean. What do you do?
Giant Slug Blunt Wep Immunity.
HP too low.
That's entirely reasonable.
Hellion add Barb exclamation point L4.
I don't know what that means, but sounds good.
You will.
Yes, I know. When I put all this stuff in Foundry. I'm doomed.
The notes must be sanitized.
What's been Nick's favorite work so far with TLG, and what is his favorite project so far?
Oh, it's got to be the spellbook.
Oh gosh. No, certainly it is not the spellbook. Grace
Tell
and
us
I
how you
put
really
together the those spells, innumerable spells. Grace and I put together the Role Players Vault, which is our own little book of like character prompts and adventure prompts. That was a ton of fun. But I've really, really enjoyed working on Castle Zagyg. God bless Jeremy. He does the lion's share of the work, and I get to kind of just like come up behind him and be like, "Yep, this looks great. You're doing a good job, buddy."
Are you the guy with the broom, kind of going behind, and the shovel and the pan, I know that's probably before your time. I was gonna say the guy cleaning up after the parade of circus elephants, and the
Pretty
horses
much.
and the zebras and.
When I'm like going through it, what I'm trying to do is like, especially because I came in when we were working on Ruins of the Castle Precincts, which is like Jeff Talanian, the earlier Upper Works stuff. Jeff Talanian and Gary doing that. So like when we were going through changing out all the OGL content, I was also like, it was exposure to that. So like Jeremy is like so buried in, like he's saying, like the details of the work. Like my kind of primary focus is to come up behind him and kind of make sure it still has that
the fun.
Yeah, well, like some of that like language that those guys use, and like just to try and ensure like the style remains a little bit consistent between the works.
Well, I probably shouldn't say this, but I get progressively more exhausted as the writing of the thing goes. The impact on my health has been like, it's no joke. This thing has really done a number on me, and like I just get more terse as the thing goes along. And Nick has he's been like, "Hey, buddy, I suggested ways to spice up the sentences." I'm like, great. And he's done more of that as it's kind of gone along.
I look forward to level 24 just being communicated entirely in caveman-esque grunts.
I think there are cavemen.
Played a game like that.
I think there are cavemen when you get down that far, so that might work out
Sweet.
appropriately.
Oh, that's cool. So dinosaurs are yes.
Yeah, somewhere.
Well, we've already hit portals to lands beyond time.
And apparently the NYC subway.
Yes,
Spoiler
exactly
alert.
right.
As long as Jack Black isn't there, that would be scary. How did you come to Troll Lord Games, Nick?
Well, I first started. I joined the booth crew at GaryCon, and then from there, I started making the patches, which I've now done 2 of, and I guess I don't really know other than that. Like they were just kind of like, "Hey, do you want to do this thing?" And I said yes, and so now I'm doing it.
What was the first non-design, non-graphic design task they gave you? I don't know. Oh, it was writing the book.
Yeah, Grace and I did the Role Players Vault, but I fear that it actually might have been Hall of Many Pains.
Oh, that's right.
Which
I don't need to laugh, but
it is accurate in its naming.
That's brutal, man.
Pains in my ass, and I fear truly it is on the eternal back burner, especially with the Castles Zagyg stuff. It's just kind of
finished. What happened with
finished? It's still in production.
Damn, that's rough.
Well, it's just you get covered up by other more pressing projects.
So you got pulled off of that to help me with this. Okay.
Yeah, and the spell books and that sort of thing. So
I would be here.
Sparky's starting shit.
I wonder if he won't cut you loose once this book ships, because then I'll have more time. Because we're behind schedule. We're behind schedule. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We're behind schedule.
What are you talking about? Everything's exactly when it was expected.
That's right.
It'll be interesting.
Jeff, you're not helping.
I'm trying. But apparently Sparky says he needs to take you out, Jeremy, for a walk in the park or something.
I need something, man.
Oh my God.
Come down. I'll take you to the gardens. It'll be beautiful.
It sounds like Jeremy just needs a few more hours in the day, then he'll be fine.
He needs to move to a planet that's got 37 hours in a day or something.
I think Mars has 28-hour days.
I think it does. Yeah, you get a couple extra hours.
Yeah.
Anybody that's interested, by the way, you can go to trolllord.com. That's got 3 L's in it, so it's TROLLORD.com. And let's see here. Sparky says he's a freelance troll. He's done work few know about, but everyone has used to some extent. Oh, well, Sparky, we're just going to have to get on at some point.
How cryptic.
Very mysterious, yeah.
I know. Right?
I, too, like to vague post.
I don't.
Yeah, no, Dan's kind of blunt. He just says whatever's on the top of his mind.
Yeah, I'm like a bulldozer.
No filter. No filter.
No, you'd be surprised. This is filtered, Dan.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, the gardens are a balm to all ills.
True.
Aw. Sparky said he'd buy you a pizza or barbecue at TrollCon next year.
Personally, I think Scotch is a bomb.
Yeah. Speaking of TrollCon, that's something to bring up.
Why did that have to be scheduled the week before my wedding anniversary, Chuck?
Personal affront.
Yeah, Charles.
I think he did it on purpose.
The hell, man.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, September. What is it, September? So I got an email about it about 12 times now because I got an email today about make sure that you sign up for the backer kit, which you should. I guess I should probably drop a link for that too.
It'd be good
for the new one.
Help them out.
I still haven't gotten my registration for this super secret thing that I can't talk about yet. I was waiting for the confirmation email.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Is that still not? What the hell?
It didn't. I don't think it didn't send me one earlier.
Come on,
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
good thing.
Yeah. Let's
We're
see.
all over the place. Super secret thing. Chuck scheduling TrollCon during my
well,
wedding
I think
anniversary
Jeremy
weekend.
knows about it because
Yeah, I posted about it.
Yeah, my anniversary is September 22nd, Chuck. You kind of screwed me with that timing there, buddy. We'll have a stern conversation over beers at GaryCon next year.
Okay, so here's the Amazing Adventures
Spotted Cow
Codex Munstorm.
I have better.
By the way, we do have Jason Bay coming on the show in the coming weeks.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta get some art to Steven like right away tomorrow.
Yeah. Although I hear he's hanging out like rather frequently with our buddy Roger from CNYCon.
Every other Wednesday.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So,
yeah,
which is kind of cool. I got a bunch of his stuff, so I'm looking forward to talking to him.
Side note, on the next one, I get to pretend to be Roger.
Ooh.
Why? What happened to Roger?
He's got a union meeting, so I'm going to do that show, and I'm going to pretend to be Roger, and I'm going to get a vest, and I'm going to wear.
Are you going to wear the vest?
And I'm going to put my microphone right here, and I'm going to try to sit really still the entire time because I don't know how he does it for 3 hours straight.
I don't know because he doesn't have any. He doesn't. Yeah,
I think he might actually be a statue.
He's like the opposite of somebody else we know. He can't stand still. A few other people we know like that.
I was gonna say that's basically me, buddy.
Oh man, I posted the link for the backer kit. It's kind of long, but that's coming up. It's launching in.
It's like tomorrow.
14 hours, 53 minutes.
I like Amazing Adventures.
I have not jumped on the AA bandwagon yet. No,
it's pretty slick.
Because I've jumped on every other damn Kickstarter and backer kit that's come on.
No, Amazing Adventures is fun. You can play like non-medieval, like high fantasy stuff.
I fully intend to get that on here, and I am going to go ahead and let's see, there we go. Let me see if this is going to replace everybody.
I'll run it for you at some point.
There you go. So here. This is coming. This is coming up.
I look forward to murdering your next character in Amazing Adventure with laser pistols.
I'm gonna run you. I'm gonna run you in a game. Damn it!
You did. It was Shadow Dark, and I lived. Get wrecked.
Oh.
That can be changed.
Brazinga.
I just try to be fair.
I'm also fair.
Although as I recall, I think several of you guys were infected, and I think that's where we left off.
Oh yeah,
you were like
I
the
was
only.
Toast.
Were you not the? Were you the one that didn't get eaten by the spiders?
No, I got eaten by the spiders, but I hope that they got the disease that I had and that they died soon after. Stupid spiders.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Now that ending that literally worked out so well. And this is awesome. And I guess I can't ask you too much about it, but folks, go ahead and sign up for that.
A little bit about it. I was commissioning art for it.
Were you? Okay.
I've got some of the. I've got the master list, so I know what is in it.
Well, what can you tell us? Not much, right?
Well, it's a bunch of cryptids, Cthulhu mythos entities, horror movie monsters, sci-fi aliens, androids, that's robots, that sort of thing.
So basically, all the stuff that Steven really is into.
I
mean, come on. Come on. I watch regularly. Yeah, he loves.
I mean,
isn't he going to Area 51?
He's into a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to make sure.
Ironically, he's into everything that isn't fantasy, and Tolkien. He's into Tolkien, and then just the rest of everything else that isn't fantasy.
Oh, your beloved crabmen are in it?
Huh?
What is this? What is this?
When did I ever say anything about Crabman in front of you? How do you know that?
Sparky saying something about Crabman?
I'll fuck with the Crabman. That's kind of cool.
We're getting all the hot deets of Jeremy.
How do you know that?
I know. Sparky is full of information.
I was going to say, is this like deep Jeremy lore that we're learning right here?
No.
What else you got, Sparky? Send Sparky a link. Let's get Sparky on the stream.
Tell us all Jeremy's secrets.
No, I'm a big fan of the art for the Crabman in the Hyperborea, in Jeff Lanian's Hyperborea role-playing game.
Yeah,
like with the big disc head and the Pronated legs.
I am
Those things look
also
sick.
a huge fan of Hyperborea. It's great.
He has a sign that even tells people so. But at any rate, let me go ahead and stop sharing that screen.
Yeah, make us bigger.
And big and, well, I mean, I could do that.
Oh, fun.
Ah,
Now everybody's big,
Oh my Gorn.
including Dan.
I could get bigger.
whoa!
Well, no.
Prove it.
Ah! So,
Ah!
anyway, now you're on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Sparky drank Dr. Pepper and knows things. Dr. Pepper and knows things. Well, that is the secret. He says you mentioned it a long time ago and it just stuck. And I think you were talking about monsters you hated seeing cut from Monsters and.
That's a
Monster
weird thing
Treasures.
to remember, man. That's weird.
I get it though.
That is kind of like stalker territory. Sparky.
Yeah, that's strange. That's a
Oh,
strange. That's a strange thing, my friend.
Yeah, I think I'm on Jeremy's side on this one.
You remembered something you cared about. That's sweet.
Nobody remembers anything about me. Everybody hates me.
Well, you know
True.
what? Now we're all going to remember that you really like Krabbin. So
True. Another thing about Jeremy is he loves great Batrachian horrors.
It's true.
I don't even know what that word means.
Batrachians? Those are like
Yeah.
frogs.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're like what?
Frogs and toads and things.
Oh,
Like
kind of like those.
Pasagua and that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly
Mm.
like Tsatagua.
Yeah, I'm a Clark Ashton Smith enjoyer.
Nice.
So you've been suggesting a lot of books for Steven to read, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, well, I've had to, for this project in particular, I've had to read so much. Because Gary will make weird esoteric references to things, and then I'll be like, okay, what is this? And then he'll never explain them, and then I'll just like in some forum somewhere, someone will be like, I played with Gary one time, and he did this weird thing, and someone else told me secondhand that it's from this weird book. And I'll be like, great, and then I'll have to hunt down the book, and it'll be something like this, which I have here because I'm reading it.
Some
and
random
it's-
post.
It's a book from fucking, what year is this? What year was this printed? 1931. And it's like, okay. And then you read the thing and you find exactly the encounter and you're like, God damn it, he was right. Like exactly a room that you're like,
That
what
one
is this?
random dude on Dragon's Foot. Son
Yes,
of a bitch.
no, and they're right.
Yeah.
And, like there's an encounter, like, oh my God, the fresco that Fraz Urblu is trapped in is 100% in this book, like lifted completely. And you're like, what the fuck is going on with my life? How did this happen?
I think
Wow.
that just proves nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
well, well, I mean, there was a time when they were trying to get rid of the patent office because they thought everything that had been invented had been
Yeah.
invented. So,
something the internet.
Yes. But at any rate,
That
So
does lead
what-
to an interesting question, though. Sorry, Jeff.
No,
So,
go ahead.
our dear friend Lord Mattias on the second watch, he has a question that's pretty standard for him that I think is a great question, and it's, what is your personal Appendix N?
Whoa.
Right? That's a
That's
good one.
good one.
How much
Yeah,
time
I'm
do we
stealing that
have?
from Lord Mattias. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, I thought
everybody.
about it too. I heard him say that the other night, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, he asked James Raggi at the other night, but he asked a lot of.
No, I've heard him. I haven't seen the
Yeah.
Raji, the
Oh, it's pretty good.
review yet. Yeah,
Anyway, it's not about you, Jeff.
I know. Jeremy, answer.
How much time do we have?
However long you want.
Geez.
It's researching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pass it along to Nick while I collect my thoughts.
Oh, sweet. I think number one for me is probably Wizard of Earthsea.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Le Guin. I love the way she treats magic and world building. It's very lyrical. And this is not original at all, but the 3 Hearts, 3 Lions, I really enjoyed. Yeah, Jeremy knows. I think that's Paul Anderson.
Yeah.
It's got, I mean, it's the source of the paladin in Dungeons and Dragons, but it's just got that, like, I like the distillation
and the troll
and the
Yeah.
troll. I like the distillation of law versus chaos in that. What else comes to mind? Of course, Dying Earth, very big fan. Super funky. Love the Wormingers. I think that's a crazy trip. And also a big fan of Redwall. I would put Redwall.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I heard a lot of Red
Brian
Wall
Jacques.
songs. Yeah.
And Robert E. Howard. I mean, all things Robert E. Howard. I'm a big
Yeah.
sucker for, like, sword and sorcery.
Nice.
Yeah, those are good. Did you collect your thoughts, Jeremy, or do you need another moment?
I need to go grab them because I need to like have them in my hands.
Okay, that's fair.
Jeremy was telling me about this. Jeremy, do you have the crazy one with the psionic moose? He's gone. It's like
No,
an awakened moose.
I mean, two of the first fantasy novels I remember reading as a kid. I was in like 6th or 7th grade. I got them in the library at school. One of them was Wizard's First Rule by Terry Goodkind, the Sword of Truth series. I remember reading that. And David Eddings, the Bulgarian. So.
Oh, I haven't not read the Bulgarian.
Yeah, they're real good. You do have to separate the artist from the art on that one because he wasn't a great human. But
yeah,
but
true in many cases.
Yeah, but the books are awesome, and that also led me into very quickly the Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman Dragonlance series.
Yeah, classic, of course.
Fell in love with the Elmore art, and it was just like, oh, dragons are awesome. We're going to read all of these.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that really counts as Appendix N material, since that's just straight up D&D. But
yeah, well, it's your Appendix N, right?
Yeah. Well, and like a lot of Conan. I read a ton of not necessarily Robert E. Howard, but Savage Sword of Conan. Comics as a kid. There was a lot of that. As an adult, I've read a lot of Clark Ashton Smith. I really like that a lot. Avarion's great. Hyperborea's great. Zalthik is amazing. Plus, like, you learn new words, which is good in this this day and age where everything is super fast. TikTok shorts and everything. It's nice to have something that makes you think from time to time. So,
yeah, and they're using some crazy words back then.
Yep. Yep, they will make you a whole lot smarter. So, oh goodness, he has a stack.
Holy.
And he's going back for more.
Oh, good.
I feel like we could play-by-play this.
That would be awesome.
Watch as he looks deeply into his bookshelf, searching for his personal Appendix N.
Crikey.
The crocodile has jumped out of the river, and he just knocked that son of a bitch out of the way to grab more books. He's up to like 14.
Nature is beautiful.
It sure is. This is amazing. This is like a nerd in his natural habitat.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
This is amazing.
Jeremy is the right one for this question too. Like,
well, I'm really glad I stole it from Lord Mattias. Love you, Matt, if you're watching this.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's a question I've seen him ask many times, and I think
it's a good one.
Awesome. It is.
Yeah.
And I have asked it before. I think I asked it actually to Steven or something, like the very first time I ever interviewed him before I launched the channel. And I was like, what's, and of course he's,
well, you didn't ask Steven when I was on with Steven and Davis when we broke Steven's computer, which was awesome.
That was funny. Can somebody please get him a new computer?
He's gonna break it. He's got a really high-end computer.
Stretch goal for Trocon.
But the fan sounds like it's gonna take off.
It's because it's not turning. It doesn't.
It's because
it's gummed up with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Okay, I'm surrounded by books. I may have gone too far, but
no such thing.
So this is in no particular order.
Okay.
I could never rank these. I grabbed Bloodstone, but really it's all of the Carl Edward Wagner Kane books.
Okay.
These are dark, gothic sword and sorcery, featuring a very, very evil protagonist. that are
He's just misunderstood.
No, he's evil. He is self-identifying as evil.
Wow.
They're just tremendous. Margaret St. Clair's The Shadow People. It's one of the first novels I've ever a truly mythic underworld, written by some that could have only been written in the 60s. The first half is like a psychedelic dream from someone in 1960 San Francisco that feels like it's a drug trip, and the second half is like a paranoid schizophrenic's rant on like a totalitarian government mass surveillance state. But there's like dark elves in the deep underground. With, like,
I see. So she predicted flock cameras. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's like elves underground that are suffering from protein starvation, and they like kidnap people from the surface to eat them. And
that sounds odd. What's that called? The Shadow People?
The Shadow People. It is insanely hard to find.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Shadow People. Who's it by?
Margaret St. Clair. It's actually on Gary's Appendix N as well.
Mass market paperback, $70.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, and they don't. People don't reprint a lot of those mass market paper.
Well, that's because in a lot of instances the rights are lost to some sort of strange hell.
Right. Probably no surprise here. Hyperborea by Clark Ashton Smith.
Of course.
Just great, weird, kind of, sort of in the vein of Jack Vance, sort of darkly humorous or ironic weird tales in a very fun ancient world setting, sort of sword and sorcery adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
One that is criminally underread, Imaro by Charles Saunders. This is sort of African sword and sorcery, which sort of very interestingly, as it goes along, teaches you a lot of, especially Swahili. It drops Swahili in it as you read it until
really,
it's really like steeped in it's like a fantasy Africa, and it's really kind of like steeped in that culture, and is really kind of like hard set on presenting that in a really like sort of in what Conan does for its version of the Hyborian Age. It does with I think it's called Turumbere. I think is what the world is called. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read it. But it's very
pseudo prehistory kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's 2 books, and you can actually buy that right now on Amazon. It's $16.
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
The third one is insanely hard to find, and the fourth one is, I think, only a print on demand, and the author sadly passed away maybe like 5 or 6 years ago now. But it's just tremendous fiction.
Okay.
The best of Stanley G. Weinbaum, who exploded onto the scene of science fiction in 1934 and died in the same year. He was one of the first to write aliens that were truly alien in both biology and psychology. He's like, what if these were weird? They should be weird. And everyone's like, oh yeah, these should be weird. And it's on Gary's Appendix N. And reading this, you can totally see where the inspiration for something like a Zorn would come from. It's just like bizarre silicon-based life forms that just have these totally alien to us biology, doing weird, funky things that just don't make any sense to us. Like that kind, like just dumping a ton of that into the world. I love doing that, and that's something like reading this. It's like, oh yeah, you got to do that. This was the only one I could find, but The Old Gods Waken, basically any of the Silver John stories by Manly Wade Wellman. Yes, that's really his name. These are like Appalachian folk horror stories about a sort of like the archetype for the, I guess, not the AD&D bard, but like an archetypal bard.
What was the name again on that?
This is the best of Stanley G. Weinbaum, Weinbaum.
Okay.
And this is The Old Gods Waken by Manly Wade Wellman. These are like sort of gothic folk horror set in, I forget where in Appalachia, but I think it's It might be Virginia, but it's in the mountains.
Well, it said he died at 82 in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So
It might be North Carolina then.
could be.
I don't remember. But it's this folk character who's like sort of knowledgeable and skilled in a great number of areas, and he uses his sort of folk magic and his enchanted silver stringed guitar to battle the native spirits of these different folklores and Indian native
cool.
Indian tribes.
Oh wow! He was born in Portuguese West Africa.
Yeah, this guy is hard
Holy
fucking
cow.
cool. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
This guy doesn't deserve
Jeremy
much of
making me spend money tonight. After
Yeah,
this
yeah,
break.
yeah.
This guy doesn't need much of an explanation, but you got to have him. Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't need to explain that. This is a collection. This is the first of a collection, but the whole series is just great. They kind of fall the further in you get. But the Flashing Swords series, edited by Lynn Carter. These collections are contributed to by, they're just sword and sorcery collections, and they've got just great stories in them that are kind of hard to find by authors like Lynn Carter, Fritz Lieber, Jack Vance, Paul Anderson. They're just great.
It's a collection of short stories.
They're short story collections. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. They kind of get a little as they go along, but they're Chuck. I'm not going to say what's his name for every single one.
Yeah, I'm planning. I'm thinking about reading this next week when I'm gone. There twofold reasons, of course. I don't know if you've ever read this or not.
I've got it right over there. Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
This was given to me by Erudite DM.
Had you never read that?
I have not read it, and that's
What?
not where
You're
that's
using
not where
his name and you never read it?
No, but
Are you
see, that's
kidding?
not where my name.
That's one of these novels, though.
Yeah.
That's the same character as this.
Yeah, it's Kane.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But this only includes two of the stories from that reflections of for the winter of my soul, Cold Light, and Mirage. I'm sorry, it's got 3 stories in there. And I've heard 2 of them are good, and one of them is kind of. So that's what Erudite said. I've got the book. It doesn't look like it's too terribly long. It's only like 205 pages. So I think I'm going to take it with me when I go next week on vacation. So
well, and if you like start reading some of these old like pulp short stories and like Swords and Sorcery, like they're very quick reads. Like, yeah, I grabbed this right.
Yeah,
Clark Ashton Smith's Hyperborea. There's like 9 or 10 different stories in this book, and it's 160 pages. You can read one before bed. By the way, Talos of Tamperzeros is probably one of my favorites of CAS, and that's right here.
That's one of the best ones. The other one that's really great is I forget what it's called. The one where he gets like geeshed a bunch of times.
Yep.
I forget what it's called, but
great. Grace is taking notes. She says.
Yep.
So. This one you also mentioned, but 3 Hearts and 3 Lions.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of criticize the phonetic brogue of Hughie the Dwarf, but I find it charming if you can kind of muddle through what the hell he's saying. And it's very important to the hobby, I think, because it's like all of these ideas are just crystallized so completely. Law versus Chaos, the Paladin with all of his features, including a Holy Avenger and a mount that just materializes and all that crap. There's even a Swan May in it, like all this stuff, right? And the troll that regenerates and picks up his head and puts it back on and keeps fighting.
Have you thought about putting an Appendix N for each of you guys in one of the publications at the end? Your own Appendix Ns? Stevens, Davis's, yours.
I don't know where that would. I mean, I did one for Swords and Chaos, but it was just Sword and Sorcery Works.
You just have a book of Appendix Ns.
Well, I have the Storyteller's Dictionary, and
I don't know how much I can say, but we're circling the drain on something adjacent.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nick's nodding, I think, because he knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Also by Paul Anderson, The Broken Sword, which is a much more gothic or I guess not Gothic, but
I heard some people like that one versus Three Hearts.
it's his
Three
strongest
Lions,
story.
yeah.
I would read Three Hearts first, and then read this. If you can get the original publication, this is a much later one. He revised it. He wrote the original when he was a very angry young man, and I think that's the one that has a lot more bite to it. This one pulls a lot is less visceral. And
so which one would you say is better than
the original?
The newer one, or the original?
Yeah, the
Oh, the
edgy
old-
one, of course.
the
The
older
angry
one.
one.
The
It's
angry
always
one.
the better one.
Well, so what's really interesting about it is the older one has a lot of references to things that are just not in here. Like the original evokes mentions mythologies that are just omitted here. Like he talks about Onis and shit that are just gone here.
Oh.
Which I don't know what the editorial choice behind that is at all. It's just very interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what else you got? You got a whole stack there still.
He grabbed like 20 books.
I
Jeff.
got a lot.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
You were outside smoking. I could hear it.
This is a series of books, technically, but World of Tears, Philip Jose Farmer, Super Science, Fantasy, Portal stuff. It's great.
Nice.
Robert E. Howard, Call. I'm going to explain that.
Call, yes.
Oh, shit. Chuck shouted this one out. Hyro's Journey by Sterling Lanier.
And Chuck mentioned that earlier, too.
It inspired Gamma World. Abraham Merritt's Dweller in the Mirage. It's very dry. It's very slow, but I've never seen more florid descriptions in my life. And that's also the same for The Face in the Abyss, which I'm reading right now. And I think this might be more so my favorite than this one, but I haven't finished it yet. Where would we be without Michael Moorcock? I've got Corum, the Knight of Swords. I like Michael Moorcock a whole hell of a lot.
I like the world building, but Elric is boring as hell. And just
I like Elric.
See,
Okay.
I think Joe Goodman was talking about Elric and Michael Moorcock in particular in a video that they did a month or two ago.
But they just got the license, so you can't say that that's unbiased.
Well, I mean, hey. You can
Dunstan,
convert anything.
the King of Elfland's daughter, which directly inspired Poul Anderson's The Broken Sword, which in turn directly inspired Elric. So you can do sort of an unofficial trilogy, reading this, then Broken Sword, then that. And you can definitely see the flow. Individually, they don't seem related at all, but reading one, then the other, you can totally see the DNA and the exchange of ideas from one to each other. Yeah, you can totally see the exchange of ideas there, which is very interesting. A little bit of Lee Brackett, Book of Scathe.
This is the best question I've ever asked on the show.
It is,
Thank you,
man.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Where would we be without some Conan? I'm going to say something violently controversial.
Okay. Go ahead.
I love Conan. I love Conan so dearly. I love Robert E. Howard so dearly. I don't mind some of the DeCamp Lynn Carter stuff. I don't mind it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't mind it. Some people are like, fuck that stuff. I think some of it's all right. I don't like that they hide so you can't tell who wrote what. You have to go to the front to figure that out. I think that's bullshit. But
yeah.
Do you have a favorite Conan story? Right,
probably,
I know.
Probably Tower of the Elephant is probably the closest. Tower of the Elephant, God in the Bowl. I love God in the Bowl a lot.
I really like Slithering Shadows.
Slithering Shadows is pretty great. Beyond the Black River is pretty close to perfect.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of like a Western, they're like wearing
Tower of the Elephant, like Red Nails. Yeah, some of those are just kind of easy shoe-ins, right? But
Scarlet Citadel, I love a lot. I actually turned that into a wargaming scenario. Where like the defenders are just like trying to buy time until Conan gets back. One of those probably.
Chuck likes Queen of the Black Coast. I see.
Queen of the Black. Probably that one.
Queen of the Black Coast is real good.
Yeah, it is good.
We're just gonna rapid fire some of these. Fritz Lieber, Fafhrd and the Grey Mauser. I just have Sword in the Mist here.
Yeah.
Rogers Olasny, Jack of Shadows. I read this year. It's really, really great, but you got to go in knowing that you're reading about the bad guy because that's not obvious when you start, and he turns into a fucking prick at the end. You're like, what the fuck is going on? More Edgar Rice Burroughs at the Earth's Core. This cover is hilariously bad, but this is the only copy I have. DeCamp and Pratt, the Complete Enchanter series. I cannot express how important this is to D&D's magic system. Like, I cannot overstate enough how important this is for like how components work. This is just where it comes from. Like,
that's the complete what?
The Complete Enchanter or Complete Enchanter is this collection. This is where like verbal, somatic, material component, all that crap is from this series.
It's not crap. It's good quality stuff.
No, I like it too. Like if you read this and you read the Dying Earth stuff and you just put those together, that's just D&D magic. That's where it comes from.
Yep. Yeah.
A Trider Haggard's She is in this stack, but I've not read that, so I don't know why that's there. Elric, which I don't need to explain.
Yeah, of course.
More Conan, which I don't need to explain.
It's the best.
Lovecraft, which I don't need to explain.
Yeah. This is awesome.
And you can find the whole, like I picked up
Dying Earth. Yep.
Dying Earth.
Yeah.
I do want to make special mention of Rialto the Marvelous, which did not make it onto Gary's Appendix N for some reason. I don't know why. The two latter Jack Vance Dying Earth novels did not. The Dying Earth and Eyes of the Overworld did, but Cudgel the Clever and Rialto the Marvelous did not. And I think that's because they weren't released. But those two books are tremendous. They're just tremendous. Like, well, they would have had to have, because he has Ion Stones in the Dungeon Master's Guide. And that's where Ion Stones comes from, is Rialto the Marvelous. But the story of where Ion Stones come from is they're like the cores of dying stars, and like these the Archvolts go to like the edge of the universe and create these planes of energy and cut the stars in half and like crawl across them on these like sheets of energy. It's just so great. And they're like these clouds of things that exchange thoughts with you. It's just so fabulous, simply fabulous. And then I would be disingenuous if I didn't include at least a little bit of Papa Tolkien.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted. My daughter wanted to say goodnight. And I don't take this the wrong way, but I love her way more than all of you put together.
No, that's fine. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
I'm deeply hurt, but continue.
And just some the Hobbit. This influenced me way more than the Lord of the Rings.
So I was just recently recommended Joe Abercrombie's The Blade Itself. Have you read that? The first trilogy? I
don't think I've read anything after the year 2000.
Okay. Fair. All right.
That's probably not true, but
because I did buy it. It showed up yesterday. I'm looking forward to reading it. But yeah, basically a dude that stabbed Christ and was cursed to be immortal, so he lives through many thousands of years of war.
Honorable mention, because I got to read these for Zagyg, is the Jack Vance Planet of Adventure stuff.
Okay.
There's 4 of these. I've only read the first 2. These are great. These are much more approachable than his typical material. Yeah. He's definitely not like turned all the way on. It's I would liken it to be, it's like a mix between the Wizard of Oz and the Lord of the Rings on an alien planet is how I would describe it.
Pretty cool.
It's great.
Chuck, we don't talk about the Silmarillion.
The Silmarillion fucking blows.
Agreed. Terrible book. Well, this was a lovely diversion. Thank you so much, Jeremy and Nick, both of you. Like, I've got like 9, 10, 12 books on Amazon that are just sitting in the cart until I find affordable copies of some of these.
Well, this discussion may have inadvertently spiked the cost of several of these now. So
yeah,
apologies.
Yeah. All right, everybody, stay off half price books. That's my jam. You all can search like Abe Books on Amazon and eBay. Go away. Half price books is mine.
Pulling up their site now.
Please don't.
Too late.
Rude. But no, that was great. There's definitely some stuff I'm gonna be picking up. So yeah, totally thought that was gonna be like a quick 5-second question, 10-second question. Oh yeah, like these 3 or 4 books. Nope. Nope. Got some deep Jeremy lore. That was
I
awesome.
mean, I could do more, you know.
Jeff's just muted. He can't even handle it.
Oh, I could do the Fred Saberhagen Empire of the East stuff.
Okay.
I didn't even get into that. I won't.
No, that's fine.
No, this is great, man. I need a list. I'm gonna have to go back through.
Go back and watch
I'm gonna have to
it.
generate a
This
transcript.
is what I've done to my my desk
Amazing.
Oh my
as a
god,
result of this.
Worth it.
Yeah, that's like me with all my other books, my tabletop books and stuff. You know, I'm like, okay, well, let me pull this one out. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing research.
I keep telling my wife that one day I will play all of these books behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I've read most of them. I can genuinely say that, and I've played a whole ton of them, but not quite all. But one day soon, maybe.
Yeah. How frequently do you read these books? And I mean, because you've got quite a few of them, and you're giving pretty thorough analysis on a lot of them. How fast do you typically read?
I'm a very slow reader.
So
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm a very, very, very slow reader.
I am a methodical, plodding reader.
Yeah.
Are you?
But it usually takes me like one of these will take me like 2 to 3 weeks to get through.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So like I read at night. I'll read like a chapter a night, maybe 2. If I'm like near the end, like if I'm like that close to the end, I'll just blast through the rest of it. But you know.
Do you ever occasionally have the oh shit, it's 4 a.m. but I finished my book, I should go to bed because I have to wake up in 2 hours? Because I do that.
I'm usually so tired. I can't. A lot of this stuff I have to read for research.
That's
Right.
fair.
Because I got to figure
Those
out.
are billable hours, Chuck.
I don't bill those hours because it's. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. Plus, I get to expense the books, so you know.
Yeah,
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
Sparky's
most-
work here is done. We learned about your reading habits and your
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
crabman.
Hey, all right, you can take credit for the crabman obsession, Sparky, but the reading habits are mine. Thank you.
Yeah,
My
that is
question,
true.
Sparky.
Dan did ask about Appendix
Which,
N.
by way of Lord Mattias, shout out second one.
Should we ask Nick?
No, Nick
I
gave
went
his.
first.
Yeah, Nick went first. Me and Nick were chatting while you were outside, and Jeremy was just grabbing his stack of 50 books.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it's cool. I mean, you know, I've read the Chronicles of Narnia. I actually like the intro book too.
The Green Magician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The magician's nephew.
Magician's
Oh,
nephew,
yeah.
where he's
Yeah.
talking about where you're that kind of inner world between worlds with the different pools in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is very cool.
And you know, he kind of goes to the different. That's how Narnia is first discovered, I guess, and then of course there's the lamppost.
I'm definitely grabbing this Amaro series though. That sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, they're great. I've only read the first 2 because I can't. The Quest for Kush is like kind of a pain to get my hands on. So the one thing I'll say is that the reprints, the reissues, like the Nightshade Books reissues of the first one, he has a different story in it than the original.
Mm-hmm.
Because it had a story that he wasn't comfortable reprinting because it was kind of similar to, I think, the Rwandan genocide, and he was like, "Oh God, I don't want to." So there may be story beats later on that are edited to reflect the change in narrative, and because the third one was never reprinted, I don't know how that affects the story. I have no idea how that affects the
third
story.
one looks like it's the Trail of Bohu.
Yeah, and the Quest for Kush is the second one, and then
Yeah.
the third one is, or the fourth one was like printed like right before he died.
Wow.
And I don't remember what it was called, and I think that was only POD. I don't ever think that got like why. Unfortunately, it probably never will get wide distribution because, to my knowledge, he didn't have any kind of estate or like even children. So. So these will only get harder to find.
Well, and this kind of comes full circle, like to what we mentioned earlier, it's awesome that you guys are preserving the Gary Gygax notes and everything, Castles Zagyg, so people can appreciate it and play it for decades and decades in the future, and it won't be lost. So,
amen. Yep.
props to the trolls. You guys are great.
Absolutely. And we're certainly looking forward to the launch tomorrow. I'm gonna get into the. I played D20 Modern back the day, so I'm kind of hoping that we really enjoyed it. We kind of threw together some really cool different stuff, and looking forward to talking to Jason coming up in a few weeks, and seeing what else is coming by. And man, I can't wait to get to get Zagyg in my hands and run it for people.
Yeah, I backed at an absolutely ridiculous level for that one.
You did.
I can't wait to get it out of my hand.
You can't really. Well, I know, and that's kind of the.
Yeah, I backed at the give me all 5 boxes and give me all 5 leathers, please. Thank you.
Wow, well, we really appreciate that.
So,
Yeah.
I call it my very own Tropic Thunder tier.
He's independently wealthy, but unfortunately,
no,
he's married,
I wish I was.
So.
No, I'm not. I just I've forsaken other hobbies in favor of TTRPGs because they're better.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I was reminded today that I really suck at golf, so it's okay if I only do it twice a year.
Well, you've already got the clubs, right? So
Yeah. I mean, that was
that's the big initial buy-in, right?
Yeah.
So, well, anything else that you'd like to say, Jeremy or Nick? Where should we direct folks to look at stuff? I mean, obviously, they need to go to trollord.com. Join the Patreon, right?
I post a lot of the Zagyg material on the Patreon, whatever I'm working on. There'll be a little bit of a lull, at least in Zagyg stuff, once I finally finish this book. But once I get back on the next one, definitely they'll pick up again. Just really appreciate your patience.
Dude, man, this is awesome. Yeah, I've been entertained, and like I said, I enjoy talking to cool people, and I think Nick, you and Jeremy and Grace, are awesome people.
Don't forget Chuck and Chat.
Chuck is hanging in the
chat.
To
join us.
I told him, Chuck. I said, make sure you jump in the chat if you're feeling okay. We're all praying for you. Buddy, man, we definitely want to. Besides, I got to be able to kidnap you for SmokeyCon. So you got to get better, dude. Because I'm,
That is a decent quick question before we wrap up. Are either of you going to any conventions for the remainder of the year?
This year, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. Gen Con was the last one for me, and I think it'll just be Gary Con next March.
I've been completely taken off of the con rotation because this face does not sell games.
What about TrollCon? Are you guys either of you going out there?
That's not this year.
No, it's September next year.
Yeah.
27.
Oh, okay, good. I was worried. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get out there this year?
You're not, because you got 13 months.
Okay. I mean, you can go out there, but
no one's going.
You
can scout the place.
Podunk, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's right.
Podunk.
Have a Dr. Pepper in our honor.
Yeah.
The only way I drink Dr. Pepper is if it's got liquor in it. So, look at Danny's like, but no, man.
Take you anywhere.
I know. Well, don't get me to a con because I'll drink.
Dayton.
Chuck's going to Dayton, huh? Arcade Con.
No,
that'll be fun.
In November.
Dude,
that's awesome. Arcade Con. That's awesome. And Chuck, since you're listening, are you still going to Mythicon West or no? I'm curious about that one because that one I'm seriously thinking about going to because it's so close. It's over in Asheville. So it's only a 3-hour drive from me.
Cons are fun.
But yes, 5 a.m. does come early. Fortunately, I don't have to be until 11. Any rate, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and run the credits if you guys want to just stick around for a minute or two afterwards. And I promise it'll be quick because Cam has no power and poor sci-fi snob needs some help. So,
you're going over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and help. We watched the Dark Crystal. We're talking about the Dark Crystal.
Ooh.
So I watched it last night.
That
Such a
movie's
good
weird.
one.
Yeah. God, I mean, I don't know how long it's been since I saw it. Any rate, all right, rolling the credits.
Have a good night,
Jeremy
everybody.
and Nick, we'll see you in a minute, and Dan, stick around too. We'll see you guys.